I've been sharing a brief summary of the science of storytelling and the ways we can use it to make better business or marketing decisions every day. This information can help us tell our message in a way that's more relatable to an audience, and storytelling is a powerful way to drive engagement. A recent experiment at Yale found the following. Volunteers would meet one of the experimenters, believing that they would be starting the experiment shortly. In reality, the experiment began when the experimenter, seemingly struggling with an armful of folders, asked the volunteer to briefly hold their coffee. As a key experimental manipulation, the coffee was either hot or iced. Subjects then read a description of some individual, and those who had held the warmer cup tended to rate the individual as having a warmer personality, with no change in ratings of other attributes. Our brains link up metaphors and literal happenings automatically. We constantly look for the cause and effect relationship of something we've previously experienced. Our brains think in narrative form all day. It influences our way of shopping and consuming. This is done while buying groceries, putting gas, or even while thinking of work or home. Let's explore 3 ways to use storytelling in everyday life. Exchange suggestions for stories. What? You might have heard a story from a friend only to tell it back to him or her 2 weeks later as if you were the one with the idea all along. This is actually normal. A story is the only way to activate parts in the brain so that a listener turns the story into his or her own idea and experience. The next time you struggle with getting people on board with your projects and ideas, simply tell them a story where the outcome is doing what you had in mind. Try it. Be more persuasive. You might be thinking, I don't have a lot of experience with this. How can I make my post believable if I use personal stories? This is something I struggle with every day. I regularly use studies and quotes from experts. I dig up quotes from influencers in the industry or simply find ideas from passages written online. It's a way to add credibility to your story. Another great way to be persuasive is by asking people in your circle, existing customers or clients, to share their stories in relation to you. Let others be persuasive for you. Tell a simple story. Stories do not need to be complex to be interesting. The simpler a story is, the more it will stick. Try to reduce the number of adjectives or complicated nouns in a presentation or article and exchange them with more simple yet heartfelt language. Using social media can sometimes limit you to using a small number of characters and content. It is a great way to put this skill into practice. We're continuing to navigate what it means to tell our story and reach the masses. Join me in this journey to learn the power of storytelling to drive success, growth, and influence. See you next week.